Hello. Eh, oh, yeah.
I am here. Is here.
It's always after I join that I remember that I have to like connect my earbuds properly. Anyway, hello.
Hi. Just as I'm about to do my intro and I've just unmuted everybody. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
It is I, Annabeth Mona, the Queen of Bones, the Mummy, and as always on a Thursday, the Dungeon Master. So, we are down at Duma once again, but they are just busy, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just remembered. Let's make sure this is on the right page. Yep. And I'll show that in a moment. So I should be on this one for now. Hello, Dragon Outlaw. Hello, Reborn Weave. Hello, Sly. Nice to see you all. Who wants to start the recap?
Let me open my notes.
Oh yeah, I need to open notes in Roll20 too.
You have them in Roll20, huh? Right, let's see here.
Oh, I don't have it in
beginning to
Roll20.
regret
I
putting
said
all my
I said
notes in one.
and.
I'm beginning to regret putting all my notes in one document because it does take like a solid minute and a half to load the whole thing.
Mm,
I load
yeah,
them way before, but yeah.
I just note names mostly. There we go. So last time.
Hey, Mike. Mike, how are you doing?
R.
Womp womp womp.
So last time we had started fighting. Well, the time before we had started fighting some giants. And then we ran into their cave where we heard people throwing up. Turned out those were giants too, and they were like special strong giants.
Completely
and then we killed
bonkers
those.
insane giants.
Yeah, we killed them. There were like 3 of them. And then there was like a priest one, but then he got eaten by a giant worm,
Yep, purple worm.
which I failed to slow down, but we still got away fairly
have
safely.
horse.
Yes,
And
we have
lots of movement
horse.
speed.
Luckily, the horse survived that whole encounter.
Okay, I
And
had
then we
level
got
8 and
away,
have a much easier time.
and Rivet had a little oopsie daisy in the night with this interdimensional whatever piece of cloth, and her mark thing or whatever is glowing, and Sarah rolled a natural 20 to pull that cloth away.
That
And
yeah.
also wrapped that mark up to hopefully make her calm down a bit.
Yeah. Well, the mark wasn't glowing, so it's normally pink, but apparently it's got like a pixel color change on the outer side of this like blue color, which is the same color as this like eye thing that Rivet saw in her vision, dream, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we've taken the cloth, wrapped it in lead, and then stuffed it in the pocket dimension of the handy haversack.
Yes, indeed.
Get a movie out, yes. Yeah. But that's about where we are. I think we just woken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we are. So with the thing now safely tucked away. Well then.
Whoa.
Oh jeez.
Hi.
We've been boarded.
Brutal Richard, hello. Welcome. We're just getting started. Well, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. And, well, welcome to a session of our D&D group. It's, wow. Not expected at all, but did you have a good stream? Like, what were you streaming?
Oh.
You did say dirty things. That's fine, honestly. I mean, to be fair, like the party only recently left a brothel.
That's true.
So dirty things are
Yep.
kind of expected.
Yes, recently left a brothel where much thirst was had.
Indeed.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I mean, that's fair enough, Hexar. Do I look like the most stable person? Alright,
Oh.
well, a fellow D&D streamer, that is awesome to hear. Mine's every Thursdays, which I know lines up with another show, but thankfully that doesn't happen too much later. And we're typically done by then. So, and also time zones are a bit messed up right now. I'm on Universal. Everyone else is on something that changed.
Yeah.
So,
Time zones.
Yeah.
let's go back to the... Oh, let's actually get the chat seeing the... Oh no, we were just warming up. We just did the recap, so it's fine. I welcome more nerds in. Thank you for the follow, Richard. Okay.
We just did the recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go. And then we have the party here. Well, since we got a whole bunch of new people here, should we have a quick party recap? People want to
Maybe.
introduce themselves. Let me move over so that the map's on the bigger screen. And then actually show the map on. There we go.
Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Enjoy your consumption. Grow strong, Richard.
All right, I can start with the introduction. Hello, everyone. I am Miles, but in the game I play Kriv Neurixius, a silver dragonborn paladin of Pelor. He's the one with the gold border here. I'll actually, hopefully by this time next week, have some more detailed art of him. My horse up there is Soldat, based off of my summon or find steed spell. He is a good horse.
I'm Maxine, and I play Sierra. She's a divine soul sorcerer, Asimar of with her divine energy from the Melora, the Wild Mother, and she's a little angel girl whose job is healing. And is very shy.
Go on.
Unlike
It's
the
fine.
actual
I
Maxine,
was done.
clearly.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
no,
much
so
unlike.
that-
No, it's not
We're not
unlike.
getting into that right now.
No.
Skylar.
I had forgotten about that. Anyway, hi, I'm Skylar. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Rivet. Rivet is a gnome artificer, and she has the Dragon Mark of Making from the Eberron setting that has been put here. She's a battlesmith. She's mostly focused on buffing her teammates and also trying to keep everybody alive. And yeah.
We also have Ariki, played by Duma, who can't make it this session. So, they're a winged tiefling monk, which is very fun. Over here we have Kai, who's one of my NPCs, who's a good friend of Ariki. They're both from the same village, and it's, yeah, currently, they're trying to make their way back to said village, known as New Hope. There's a long journey through the forest that has had some interesting encounters on the way.
Yeah, rocks fell. Thankfully, nobody died.
Yeah, and giants were throwing said rocks. It's been a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then giants threw up, and people didn't die still, which is good.
Yep. And giants got eaten. So, yay.
Yes, as the purple worm appeared, and the party had to run like hell.
Yeah, too bad we didn't manage to explore the side chambers. Curses.
Yeah.
Very much a map completionist in video games. All right.
Yeah,
So
and
putting
I am Annabelle Bonneuf, the Queen of Bones, the Mummy, and I am the Dungeon Master in this homebrew campaign that I've made.
Yeah.
Of course, there are
Yeah.
assets from games I used to be in that I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. One day, many years from now, I must put this to use.
Okay.
But yes, they just had camp. As you can see, Rivet's token is updated. Everyone else who's just joining us, the token was completely pink around the outside last session. But yes, Rivet had a encounter with the creature that it is that which should not exist, and
I
has
noticed the breaks.
left a mark
Boom. Ants.
on Rivet, and also, given her a new cantrip, so win-win. right? Spooky
Yeah.
dream, new spells. What's the downside?
Yeah, hey. Can't
If I had
control
as
it.
many spells as I had spooky dreams, then I'd be a wizard at like 17th level.
If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. All right. So, tucking the lead wrapped cloth back into the haversack, Grip will set it to the side against the rock near Soldat. We definitely have to keep an eye on that. Just another thing. We should make sure that the mark isn't changing anymore for the future, and hopefully we can find someone that can help us tell us what it means. Maybe one of the Order of the Bookworm back at New Hope might know something.
Maybe. I. I hope so. I. I still wish to learn more about this. It's. Obviously, it seems to be. It seems to have taken a special interest with us.
With you in particular.
Well, yes, but I don't. I can't. I can't be sure if that's. If that's because of anything I did, or just because I was the one to look.
As a watcher,
I do not know.
I can tell you that sometimes that which you watch will watch back. That doesn't mean that it wasn't watching in the first place.
Exactly.
I don't like this. Yes, because that thing that had the cloth was already interested in us, probably through Jasper and mine interaction through that stone. Just another puzzle, and let's. As I said before, Rivets, I trust your judgment with this. I'm not much for the magical persuasion, at least not for the arcane. But for now, we should consider breaking camp and resuming our journey. It's still a long way to New Hope.
Indeed.
Griff will
Alright.
start putting his armor on. Just chink.
Just changing the ambient. Okay, now. Anyone else doing anything in particular, or you're just getting set and ready to go?
I think I did all my usual morning stuff before the incident with Rivet, so I don't think I'm doing anything particular. I do want to give a scan though, just sort of like, especially given the fact that a change has happened with a connection to that thing that attacked us before. I just want to like give a quick look around, like scan the horizon for any sign of that
Alright, make a
person
perception
or
check.
whatever that was. All right. I didn't do my pre-rolls. Crap. Okay, here we go. Not bad, not bad.
You gaze around and looking through the trees, you can see the rustling of leaves, sway of branches from the rather gentle breeze. The sun is, as you would expect it, being a paladin of Pelor, it holds no taint, no evil being can hold sway upon it. And there is one thing that looks slightly out of place. you hear someone playing a stringed instrument of some sort, or at least preparing to. It's far, well, actually in the direction you were heading.
I turn to look at that direction and I squint. I hear someone tuning an instrument?
Mhm.
One moment. Priv will mentally command Soldad to sort of just like hang out and keep watch, and he's gonna does it sound far or close?
It sounds quite far.
Sound
Like
travel's
far
not-
enough for them to not even like you heard them because of it's just a noticeable sound among just the natural ambience of the forest at this time in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So it sounds like someone's tuning up an instrument, probably another individual camping out in the wilds like us. Sounds like it's coming from the way we were going, actually. We can give them a bit of a berth if we want to, or swing by and see whom is there. Priv looks at, yeah.
I I'm curious to see the type of person who would be. I mean, we are rather far from the nearest marked location, aren't we?
I believe. Kriv will pull out the map because they were getting closer to, I think, Gold Shield, but still at least 2-3 days travel away. I think.
Yeah, you've just kind of gone past the what will be the halfway point from the cliffs of that you left Zephyr and Mayon at and Goldshield.
Yes, we are quite far from places. All right then. We should move forward. Zira and Kriv will motion. Do you wish to ride Soldas again?
Sarah sort of silently nods and goes over near it.
Kriv will help boost
Eyes in
her
a
up.
eye. Alright. No,
And we move forward.
we move forward. Alright. You are investigating that location?
Yeah?
Yeah, alright.
What bard or broker is on this daily break vow?
Alright, so you continue on in that direction. The sound you realize is you're not quite sure how you heard it, except for the fact that, of course, it's just so jarring compared to the rest of the sounds around you. And heading that direction, it still takes you a good 5 minutes at a regular travel pace to find the source of it. And what all of you encounter is in the small clearing with what appears to be a blanket, of course, their instrument, an open, half-eaten ration, and their hat. And nothing else appears to be a bald dwarven fellow with an extremely long blonde beard that has blue flowers kind of stuck into it and ties off the end quite nicely, of a considerable length that it in fact hangs down between his legs, and tastefully senses the fact that he is completely naked. As he's sitting there with his little guitar, his lute even, and he's trying to figure out why it's out of tune, and doesn't notice you right away. He's at least wearing a hat, though.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, that's good. That's a thing. All right. Hail.
Yeah. Ah. Well. Hello. Good morning to all of you fine folk. I wasn't expecting to find much company out here. Wherever here is, actually. I gotta say, a bit of a loss for where I may be, but... And yes, it is who you think it is. Just sans his clothes. May have rocked the house a bit too hard last night. At least I got my lucky hat.
See. You know disrespect, sir, but I'm afraid I'm not familiar with you. You appear to be a bard or performer of some kind. You see, we're not exactly from around this area.
Oh. Alright then, well. I can't blame you if you're not from around here. Now, I'm Bragic Troll Pike, but my friends, my various fans and such, they call me. Well, a number of things, but it's too early in the morning to be getting too out there, so I'm just the bag of soul.
Let's see.
And
It appears you lost yourself some garments there, sir.
well, the music does take over sometimes, and I find myself succumbing to my own powers. I remember, I believe it was a red-headed little gnome girl in a white-scaled dragonborn were front center, just going at it to the music, and some big fella, bald head, tattoos all over his place, handed me a drink. Right, they don't mind me much after that. But I'm in one piece. My piece is in one piece. So far it's a good morning.
I
You
see.
wouldn't happen to know where the nearest inn is around here that such a thing may happen at, do you?
Well, as I said, we're not entirely familiar with this area, though we do know that Gold Shield is roughly a couple days' travel that way, and Cripple Point.
He kind of looks around, twists, and it just ever so slightly shifts the plaited beard out the way. And you're not sure if Troll Pike is his actual surname or a nickname. Because he's a dwarf with a troll pike.
Okay.
And I'll let you do with that as you will.
I have some spare garments. They wouldn't exactly fit you, being, well, a dwarf sized, but they are something to cover yourself with.
I find it quite nice, really. Let everything stretch out as nature intended, but I can see that maybe you're uncomfortable. I apologize.
Sarah's at least Sarah's not blushing at all. She's just there.
I mean,
If I
it is merely their
don't think no.
ladies' presence.
Well, I see that, and I'm trying to keep myself as modest as possible. And you know what? He takes his hat off and he just puts it under his beard and just puts it over his bed.
Okay. Well, that's a way. Alright.
Now, I remember a couple of days ago I was playing up at Castle Starfoot. And then I was on my way to Gold Shield now you mention it, but there was this little place near a lake, I think. And it's just I remember now. Still don't know where it is, but I remember what caught me there. There was one hell of a siren. She to my shock, but curiosity piqued. It was a half orc looking lady, but she sang like celestial.
I see.
Now, if only I knew where the hell that place was. If you say I'm only a couple of days from Gold Shield, that means I'm further south, east, I think, from where I think I was.
Mountains are to the northwest of us, I believe. I can't recall without seeing the map, but
Oh, I'll bring you over. Oh, also, I guess for the benefit of the chat, because I believe that's censored enough, right? Or should I just do just a token?
there's Giant
Hey,
Rivet.
that's probably fine.
You think that's
It'll
probably
probably
fine?
be fine. It's probably not against TOS.
Probably. Who
There
knows?
is, I guess the only thing showing is man nipple.
Yeah,
4, 5, 6, 7.
I like
Actually,
Maxine's-
closer to a week.
the hat rack of nature.
Yeah, yeah, the hierarchic nature.
Yeah, we're closer to a week away from Gold Shield.
All right.
Oh, it's way off. My apologies, friend. It appears that, well, I'm not quite as adept at reading this map as I should be. I've not traveled much, you see. It appears we're closer to a week's travel away from Gold Shield. Though it does look like there's a lake a bit to the northeast of us. If you say it was by a lake, that might be a good place to start.
There we go. Just real quick, and I'm just gonna show for like just a few seconds. Just there you go. There's the man's. He's gone now. Never to return.
Just put on a ring and disappeared. Shoo.
Alright, so wait. Wait, did I already move you after that encounter? No, I think I did.
Well, I think we rested like pretty much right at that encounter because
Yeah.
because we were at the cliffs here,
Yeah.
fought the giants, and then just booked it.
Yeah.
Alright. And
Kriv is an acolyte. Yes, Kriv is polite.
he's thinking is that well wait, hold on. Well, oh. Can you bring that map over here?
Kriv, because this is the map that they have from. So he's gonna set it on a rock, but he's gonna deliberately place his right hand over where the sanctuary is, so that it's completely blocking out that portion of the map, just like this, showing this area. He wants to completely just blot out so that the sanctuary doesn't show on the map.
Jeez, outlaw. Alright, yeah. He gets up. He has one hand on his instrument, one hand on his hat. He walks on over. And he's alright. Heading over to the map and he looks at it.
Just realized zooming in, there's a thundercloud storm just like permanently over that mountain. Scary.
He is a little gentleman. Alright. He looks into them. Right, so I was up here.
Yes, you mentioned Castle Starford.
Well, I mean, to be told, I think I was actually this part over here playing for the folks. I ain't exactly a court entertainer. If I entertain royalty, their husbands typically aren't too fond of me after. But that's neither here nor there. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that from old bag. I should watch my tongue more. I'm still waking up, actually. I ain't got a liquor hangover though. That's surprising.
It is, I've noticed that, well, actually, if you drank enough to lose your memory, that is a very good point.
Well, okay, so I was coming here. Yeah, there was the lake. Wait, is that it? Hold on, I think that might be it. But then how to get all the way out here in the night?
I do see a little village. I think that's a village. Yeah, there's a village right there.
No, this place was on the lake. I think that might be it.
Oh yeah, I see a windmill. Yeah, I see the windmill now. Yes, you are quite far if you consider you'd have had to circle around the lake. That's 1, 2, 3, possibly like 4 days travel from there.
Oh, damn. Well, that's quite a walk. Well, there must have been some magic involved.
imagine so. At that distance in just one night.
Magic casters. Me beside myself and my supernatural charm. My way with the music that moves the very soul. Well. Reaches into his beard and just pulls out a little flask, and his hat's still where it was, even though he's taking his hand off it. And he kind of like uses
Yep.
his teeth to like twist the top, pops open, takes a swig. Flips
Rivet
it
is
closed again.
hiding her full face behind her shield.
It's a tower
Yes.
shield. You can do that easily.
Just utterly, just recoiling.
Thankfully, the beard's quite very thick and heavy, therefore it will stay like at 6 o'clock where it needs to be to kind of hide things. Hmm. If I know been here before. What? You wouldn't know. Have I been here before? Something about this feels familiar for some reason.
This is our first time in this location as well.
Wait, there was something happened between there and here. No, this is not. I don't think that was last night. What was? What am I? Why is my head so blank?
Unfortunately, memory problems are greater restoration. I only have lesser.
I don't have access to third level spells.
Hey, at least you've got third level spells.
There was.
Oh, wait.
No, that's the issue.
There was a after party. Yeah. There was. Yeah, I had a hit of the strongest coffee I ever had. Then there was like this. This psychedelic, multicolored, leaf-colored woman. We went to like this dance party, and there was like a mushrooms of all like different colors, like around in this glade, and it's like lights I never done seen. Well, except for magic. Nope, that's it. It's gone. Well, I'm sure I had a hell of a night, so good for you, past me. Oh, there's a redeem for a howl, so one moment as from somewhere else deep in the woods there is a doesn't sound close.
Right.
Well, I don't think I'm getting my stuff back.
Kriv looks at the others, just like he wants to help this person get their stuff back, but it's literally in the opposite direction of where they're going, and he's really
Wait,
concerned.
hold on. I just had a brilliant idea. Goes over, grabs the blanket off the ground, and and he picks up the blanket, whips it around himself, and ties it over one shoulder. How about that? Is that better?
A toga. I thought he was going to make himself like a kilt or something.
No, he straight up togas that blanket.
So I imagine it's will at least help you get to town.
Which I was going to Gold Shield, so I guess I'm heading that way. Now, between Castle Stafford and Gold Shield, are there any little stops I can?
Priv will have rolled up the map when he walked away to grab the blanket, so that way there's no way this guy's seeing the sanctuary.
Oh, right. This damn. I can't remember her name, but. He's a caramel I could suck on all night. Those horn. Nah, that's gotta be north from here. I gotta. Anything else? Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on.
You know.
You know what? I think I'm gonna have to just start walking.
I see.
Is there a road? How far south are we? I know once we get to a certain point, there is a road.
Let's see. From Starford, we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're about 9 days to the southwest of Starford. So reasonably far. We've just passed that large mountain, and he points up to this mountain.
Oh,
like not on the
right.
map, but like just up there.
There, the planet's big old tooth jutting out towards the sky, trying to bite all of us. Don't listen to me. That's just an old tale. About the world being actually upside down. Forget about it. I can't remember the whole thing right now. Right, so, I'm gonna start walking. Mighty.
Alright. Well,
I'll be mighty appreciative if I could walk with you for a while.
Well, we do not mind if we are headed in the same direction. Keeping together for safety and such is just intelligent.
Oh, right, hold on. Takes the hat and just lets the toga do its job, and he tucks his loot between his legs, just holds it there. Waves a little something or other. Just waves a little hand gesture at his hat. Gives it a smell, and he's like, I always like roses. Puts his hat back on. Just picks his flute up from between his legs. I think that's pretty much all I got. But hey, this right here, I'll be enough coin to make up for everything I lost. Soon enough.
All right then. You introduced yourself, but my name is Kriv.
It's all good. Crib.
These are, yes, these are my companions. Riki, Kai, Sira, and Rivet.
Wait, you said Kai.
One hand above the shield.
Yes, Kai.
As in from New Hope, Kai? Kai's just
Yes.
looking at him, like, eyes full squint, brain going as fast as it can, but seemingly getting nowhere.
The math beam is flashing right now.
Yeah, and she's like, Kai, yeah? And he's like, well, last time I saw you, you were barely up to my knee. Wow. Look at you. What's that you got there? And she's like, someone's talking about my crossbow. She just holds up the
Yeah.
big old crossbow. She's like, points it one way, points it one way. She's putting on her best, like, I'm gonna kill something face.
Kai is precious, and I will murder everyone to keep her safe.
Twang twang. This is twang twang. Oh. I see this kid's a hunter now. Well, ain't that sweet. But, Well. It's gonna be a good day, I reckon. People I've not seen since they were knee high to, well, me. And, some new friends made as well, even if it may be at circumstances that appear to be making a couple people here uncomfortable.
I am, well, not unused to seeing dwarves in their more natural, removed of clothing, as I trained with
Naked,
several.
Kiriv. You're trying to say naked.
If you want to put a more obtuse point on it, yes.
As nature intended. Let's go with that then.
Sure. However, generally, when we bathed after military activities, the men and the women separated, and as there are women present, I would prefer, well,
I got lots of
This
practice
is
with
like-
knots, so this thing shouldn't be going anywhere so long as nobody tugs on it.
fair enough. Does not ask why he has practice with knots.
Well, How about to lend you some aid while I'm with you anyway, so I won't just be a tourist through these parts. It's a pretty dangerous world out here, so my music's powerful in more ways than one.
I'm sure. Well, we best get on then. Morning has risen, but it has risen some time ago. Best to keep moving if we want to make time.
Right. Oh, right. I actually had a bit of food here. Goes and he's like, thankfully, still got he got like strap on it on his loot, so he just throws it over his back. Gets the half-eaten ration and starts picking at it and walking along. I don't mind trailing behind if all of y'all, would feel better if I weren't in your peripheral vision or whatever. Not everyone has to love bag. I think it's enough love.
Is a experience to have you aboard.
And
We'll
I
see what time
apologize in
brings.
advance anything I may say or do in the heat of a battle should it happen. I can't control the music once it's unleashed.
I see.
Sarah sort of speaks up suddenly and says, I'm fine with I'm fine with you being here, but I would hope your magic doesn't harm others.
It only harms those that mean me harm. No, most of the time I find getting people entranced with my music is a better way of getting out of scrapes than harming anyone. If they're moving to the music, they can't be swinging no weapons now.
That is understandable.
All right. Well,
Moving along with old Dragic.
yep.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we have. You now have a baggie.
Yeah, a couple NPCs. All right. Onwards.
Bard acquired.
Hey. Bard was my prime choice if anything ever happened to Kriv and we couldn't bring him back.
What have I done?
What have you done?
All this because I didn't mute my mic.
Oh no. You didn't know. Shush, shush, shush.
I don't know. I think this was a fun thing to happen.
I had a whole different thing in my head that I was trying to like find words for. Then I heard that, I'm like, you hear a sound.
You said you heard something off, and you saw something off, and I'm just like, oh no, do I see evil? Nope, I found a bard who has lost his clothing, as bards tend to do.
Oh yeah, I should say horny bard is kind of a tautology. It's just bard.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know.
Some
The standard is the horny bard, but I've got a couple bards who are respectful. One's a chef, so
Mm.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
respectful. He's just his music is powerful.
yeah. All right. Yeah, Kriv will be in the front, leading, holding the reins of Soldat, with Sarah riding on him, like usual. You know, just another day. I think he's gonna walk beside Soldat though, because I noticed last battle, if I'm too far ahead, my frickin' aura of the Sentinel does not trigger if we get into a fight. Because I'm the only one standing within 10 feet of myself.
Yep. Right. Anyway, that's the spelling.
Okay, cool.
That's the one in the chat, and I actually liked it more than the other one I found. So I'm like, yeah,
Okay. Okay. I
Bragic.
thought I got it first try, but no. Okay. Cool.
I had 2 G's and then like no Y and 2 E's, so it was like brag geek.
Mm.
I think it was bracket actually. Oh, I went to edit it and then just hit enter straight away. So yeah, I think it's more bracket. Bracket troll pike.
Dwarven bard.
Dwarven bard. And he's got a makeshift toga and he's got his instrument and he's happy. And he's got his little lucky hat. And everyone can start moving.
Okay, so we start walking. Kriv's just gonna still keep an eye out, just for supernatural happenings, or for giant four-armed apes,
Or giants, or any other thing that just wants to rain death upon this party.
Yeah, that's some good stuff to definitely look out for.
Look, I am paranoid after the last couple of encounters. Just like, this happened. Gotta expect more of it. Alright. Just do. Da, da, da.
All right.
Sending would be an amazing spell right now.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad the only thing we've got is the sending stone
Yeah.
between Syrah and Zephyra.
I was very surprised to realize that artificers never learn sending. Because it seems like the
Really?
type of thing an artificer would have. They don't. They don't get it.
It's weird. Well, can one of your magic
Yeah.
items copy sending stones?
Yeah, but which is that's still pretty like, but it's not the sending spell.
No.
You still
Yeah.
need to give the other person the other
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. All right. So,
I get it, but I have known slots, so I don't want to
Yeah.
take it up with that.
Named boots at 10th level.
oh, what the hell, Hanachi?
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
More raid.
everybody! Another
All
raid.
right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on
Welcome to
in.
the D&D.
I am Annaput Munith, the Queen of Bones, and the Mummy. It's nice of you all to join us on our very eventful so far session of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm using the 5th edition system, but this is my homebrew set in Dragonfall. Welcome on in. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yumu. King Bosca, thank you for the follow. I missed follows. Oh, Bruto Richard. Ito Sayurel. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Yo, yeah, you're playing Outlast, you poor thing. You doing okay, Hanachi? You need cuddles? I'm always free for cuddles. Just stay away from the microphone. Just cuddle up. Ah. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, that. Okay.
I'm trying to think what we can.
You travel for a good day, and nothing particularly happens. The first day of travel is mostly kind of Bragic trying to make conversation, but like playing a little ditty as you travel, which you're not quite sure if it's just because you're enjoying the song or whether or not it's actually happening, but it for some reason feels like you made better progress through the woods than you think maybe you should have. You're like checking the map and you see some landmarks that you're not quite sure you should have reached until like tomorrow morning,
Interesting.
or at least when you normally stop a couple of hours after you would have gotten going again.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Griff would have been polite and like engaged with Brigyak. Bragic as they
Bragic,
walked, you know. Yeah. Just, you know, talking to him. Like, oh, yeah, this guy's gonna talk Crivel talk. You know, he doesn't want to be impolite.
Okay. He doesn't say much of anything. He's just
Yeah, just small talk.
making conversations. He tells a few tales of like things he's heard about the area, like local rumors. Nothing current, but he's like various myths and nothing that's quite a legend, but like definitely some myths around this area and these forests. And about how that this entire forest reclaimed this land as apparently a not only is it meant to be a tooth jutting up to bite the sky, but one of his myths that he mentions that mountain is actually the remains of a colossal green dragon that apparently lays there to rest and at the end of its years. And not only became that mountain, but gave life to the surrounding greenery and the forest that spread from it.
Hey, a green dragon did that. Nice. Good for them.
And he's like, "Ah, I never got enough details to start believing it, but it's a nice story." Like,
Sometimes all we need to hear is a nice story that gets us through the day.
oh, sorry, out of character. Well, that is why I took up the craft. Brighten people's day. Yeah. The goings on that happen, just so far a bonus. Not many downsides to it. Oh, sure. Lost a few clothes. Maybe a few things of sentimental value, but I'm sure if I wander up that way sometime, they should be still around, I think. Who knows?
Probably.
If I'm meant to have it, then fate will bring me around.
Faith is a good thing to have.
It's kind of difficult not to believe in fate and such. It's so many things that happen that reason just has no place for. So you just gotta say that was meant to happen and move on. Well, anyway, I oh. Sun's setting.
Probably set up camp then.
Oh,
We have some tools and some food we can share. I'll see if I can't forge something. Kriv will set the haversack down. Like he'll scout out a good place to try and like make camp. You know, not just like any old place.
alrighty.
And then he's going to.
You haven't have any marbles or any little crystal beads. I can't seem to find mine.
Well, don't believe I do. Marbles or crystal beads? Da-da-da-da-da. Sensor, candle, tinderbox, charcoal stick. Nope. I have no beads or marbles. How about you guys?
I do not.
No. Can't. Yeah, can't say I do.
Well, I
Ricky
guess.
also does not.
I guess it's.
No ball bearings, huh?
Well, that's fine.
I see. Oh. Here, Rivet. Here's the haversack. The tents and stuff are inside. I'm going to go see if I can't find some food to supplement what we have.
Understood. I will get this set up. Also, Ricky will volunteer to join you in scavenging for food, and also kind of probably ends up taking the lead in it at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah, so I don't know if Ariki would just roll with assistance to have advantage on survival, to hunt for food or whatever. Or two separate rolls or whatever.
It would be an assisted one, so it'd be with advantage.
Alright, Monk, roll that survival.
I keep GM rolling. That's 19. I need to change that setting. Hold on. It's the first check I can do, so I can change this. There. There we go.
Ah,
Shows
there
as
we go.
you making the roll, but yeah.
Yeah, it did. Fucking.
Well, it's because you are you in roll 20, so even though you're
Oh,
rolling,
yeah.
I saw
Um,
19 on the
It's,
one from
yeah,
Ariki.
Ariki rolled a 19.
Yeah.
I rolled an initiative check as just to make it so that it would stop defaulting to whispered rolls.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah. Yeah. You definitely find enough food for everyone. In terms of
berries, mushrooms.
berries, mushrooms. What are you? Rabbit or two.
Thinks of Spot, feels bad, takes it out anyways.
All right. So
Back at camp, Rivet will set up the tents and such. And seriously considers retrieving the cloth from the haversack, but does not because she.
Griff trusts her. He left that with her for a reason. He's already said he has faith in her.
all right. In that case, it's
She decides it best to wait for the two most observant people to get back so that she can be watched while this happens.
okay. In that case, there is. that. Okay, so okay. Da-da-da-da. Ah, yes, that's what he's gonna do. I believe he should have that. Heal. Okay, sorry, I was really statting him just in case. Yeah, you all settle down for the evening, making camp and such.
Yeah, Kriv will use a spell slot and set alarm around the camp.
All right. And
Or
I can help. I can help, even without my marble. I can help. And, you probably won't see nothing. Neither will anybody else.
Alright.
I remember how this goes. Yep, no, I got it. And he starts playing his lute, and he'll cast. What is it? I think it's illusionary terrain. I think
Hallucinatory terrain?
is that the one that lets you just disguise the land.
Yes.
Yeah.
It lets you create an illusion of terrain in a space. I know because like illusion wizards, once they get high enough level, can basically use that to like make the land real for a short period of time and just like, hey, there's a canyon. No, there's not. Run across it, then turn it back into illusion when the enemies try to chase you over it.
Oh, yeah, because he just picks up a twig from the ground and he's just like, boom. This place now. We are not here. Da-da-da. Oh wait, no, it's just transforming the terrain. Oh, okay, that's weird. Okay. What am I thinking of that lets you... Maybe that is... Is there an illusionary terrain, like, one where you can just make it...
Oh, let's see here. Do you mean like illusion spells?
Yeah...
Let's see here. Illusion spells for bar.
It must be just me, having not used it very often, just not understanding the spell properly.
Hallucinatory terrain, duration of 24 hours. Make natural terrain in a 150-foot cube in range look, sound, and smell like some other sort of natural terrain. Thus, open fields or a road can be made to resemble a swamp, hill, crevasse, or some other difficult or impassable terrain. A pond can be made to seem like a grassy meadow, a parapet like a gentle slope, or a rock-strewn gully into a wide, smooth road. Manufactured structures, equipment, and creatures within the area aren't changed in appearance.
Oh, okay, so he can just make it look like there's a hill here where the camp is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
And
fine.
it lasts 24 hours, isn't concentration. So, yeah. And it uses a twig, so it sounds
Yeah.
like the right spell.
He, like, picks it up, puts it in his mouth, casts, like, with his music, just chewing on his twig. And, yeah. It takes a while, but it's like, right,
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause that's like a 10-minute pastime.
cast that right, then anyone looking this way, all they see is a big old lump of earth. Hill, even.
It's a very useful spell.
It's interesting. I hadn't thought of using it that way.
Well, it's, I thought it at least confuse anything that might come sniffing around. I got
Certainly
lucky
it would.
last night to not encounter anything in my more vulnerable state.
Certainly it would. Thank you.
Oh, it's alright.
Right. So I guess I imagine Crib would still probably do a bit of a watch towards the end. Just stay up a little later than everyone else.
Before we end up going to bedding down for the night, Rivet will
Oh jeez.
gather around the more observant of the group.
You say that, but you don't know a perception score.
Yeah, but you're a Watcher Paladin, and Ariki seems to be really good at perceiving, and also Rivet is aware that her Steel Defender is an expert at perception, so...
Okay. Alright, so I guess we're about to watch Rivet blue screen again.
And she says, okay, so I'm going to attempt... that's blue screen. I'm going to attempt to steady the cloth again. If I pass out, wake me if something weird happens, or if I am not awake in the morning. Otherwise, just keep an eye on me and make sure I don't do anything strange.
If you pass out, should we remove the cloth from your grasp or leave it?
My earbuds are glitching in and out. I don't know if that's... Hold on. What did you just say?
When you pass out, should they take the cloth away or leave you with the cloth?
Let's see what happens if you take the cloth away. It'll probably be fine. Let's find out.
Alright then.
I don't know. This is all experimental until we can get to a place that has a, I don't know, a library or anything of the sort. But, yeah. Okay. And she'll retrieve the cloth from the haversack, and she'll do something she should have thought of before, but I am stupid, and cast Identify before she attempts to do anything else.
Alright.
So she holds the cloth in her hand and sets down a few lenses in front of her glasses, and the pearl that she had embedded into the frame of her glasses starts to glow a little like a bright pink, but every once in a while just a single streak of aquatic blue just sparks over it and then dies away.
Of course we accept
As
China
she-
or outlaw. Sorry, carry on.
As she will attempt to identify the cloth.
Okay. You go right ahead and it's interesting. It's just a bit of cloth apparently. It's less a magical bit of cloth as much as it's just like a lingering residue or a taint on it. Therefore, the item itself is still kind of a mundane item. It's just that it's just been in the presence of something strong and evil for a long time.
Okay.
And you rolled over, 35 on an Arcana?
Shush. Rivet's like, okay. Alright. Okay. And then she's gonna take she flicks away the vast majority of the frames that she pulled down and just readjusts her glasses as her dragon mark flares briefly, and she's gonna cast just detect magic instead.
All right, detect magic. There is, again, there's just that lingering taint on it. Like it's got a glow, but it's like you can't really feel any kind of like slime or anything on it, but it's just there. This haze.
Is there a school of magic?
Oh, necromancy.
Okay, that's something.
Well, the guy
Rivet
who wore it did eat souls.
Yeah. Rivet looks up and says, okay. So, whatever this corrupting influence is that's on this cloth, it's not making the cloth itself magical, but it's, it seems to be some sort of strong necromantic energy, which, yeah, scans for with the, thing that was eating the souls earlier. Okay. Now for the bad part. And she reaches into her bag and pulls out her little earworm of guidance, and she's going to attempt to focus really hard on the cloth and try to ascertain its properties again.
All right, roll me an Arcana check.
Here goes again. And she's gonna Flash of Genius it, even if it's a really high roll.
Ooh.
Which, of course, it is.
So what?
That's a total of 38.
Yeah, Arcana from the Artificer.
Okay.
Only 3 away from max, so you could have maxed out at 41.
Uh-huh.
Gosh darn it, Rivet.
Yep, she's. Yep, hear this. Yep.
All right.
Yep. She's.
Even the DM is like, why do you keep doing this to yourself?
I'm like, that's how I feel, and that's how Rivet feels, and yet.
Yeah.
Uh,
You gotta have
It's
faith.
okay, Rivet's got some ideas this time. Kind of.
so that's a 38, right?
That's a total of 38, yes.
Get in there.
Into
Oh,
the secret
no.
lair.
I'll be right back. As
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rivet, for some reason, brings the cloth closer to wear it like a blindfold.
Yeah, saw this coming.
For some reason, you're not sure. You feel like you need to look closer and actually bring the cloth to like put it over your eyes like like a blindfold.
Oh. Fuck it, we're trying to learn something here. Yeah, she'll. Yeah, she pulls the cloth closer to her face and just. She doesn't tie it, but she does pull it over her eyes. She takes off her glasses as well, just holding them in her hand.
Alright. You
Perhaps pinning the cloth to her face with them.
you put the cloth over your eyes and, out of habit, put your glasses back on. And
If this is some Aladvert pulling the wool over my eyes joke pun, I'm actually gonna kill you.
you stare at this color, this more and more familiar color. And it starts to become clear. You're not floating this time. You're standing. You're standing atop a tower. It's completely unfamiliar to you. It's made of what appears to be a black, yet polished to such a perfect finish, it appears white or silver, and even the slightest bit of light touches it. But it's still definitely dark at its core. And in front of you is this central, I almost want to say pedestal. There's two violently spiked. You're not sure if they're meant to be figures or just spiked for the sake of spikes. It holds your focus for a bit, but what it's flanking certainly calls some more attention, as there is a haze encircling this let me just show you.
Uh-oh.
A familiar color swirls around an inner circle, swirling deep, dark, abyssal nothing in a portal, it appears. Swirling violently and rapidly, but you look into it and you can almost see a pattern in it. Like, it's not just random raging vortex. This is woven with intent. It's very specific. You can't quite place it. I think I have to turn off the noise suppression for this.
Yep.
Are you just standing staring at the portal, or are you checking the surroundings at all?
Rivet is. There's a moment where she's taken aback because this isn't at all what she was expecting. But then she remembers her ideas and she first takes a second to check herself and ensure that, and just see what she has with her. Like, is she just in her clothes? Does she have her bag?
Make me
Is it exactly her
another-
as she sat down, or?
Make me another Arcana check.
Another Arcana check, sure. I don't have guidance this time, but I'm sure it won't be too awful.
20.
20 total, yeah. Not gonna flash a genius this one.
You find yourself exactly how you remember yourself.
Okay. So, okay. Alright.
So anything on your sheet you would have to like check to see if you had it. It's not there.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Like things you are sure that you have.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, okay. I can work with that. Rivet is just yeah, now she's going to look around at her surroundings and just um just see what this place seems to be about, other than, you know, a tower.
Yeah, there's no more than a foot between the floor and the flat wall of this strange... Looks like stone, but it's far too well polished to be stone, but it definitely looks like it. Like obsidian or maybe even bedrock itself. Off the side of it there are strangely spikes, but not. They're not entirely physical, it seems. But from one side you're looking off, you see a very almost ivory, but if the off-white went towards purple rather than a bit more yellowy. A colder white. A huge bridge that stretches to somewhere you can't for some reason see. And beyond it is clouds. Clouds of this same color that you're becoming so familiar with.
But kind of looks about a bit and he just says aloud, just in case, "This isn't where we were before."
Found your form here. So you are I suppose now we should meet one another face to face. Keep your mind open to what you so good at it.
Rivet. Um. Hmm. Rivet was concentrating on a detect magic spell when she began focusing on this. Would she still be able to use that effect? Or does she see that there is still that its effect is still occurring
It's
as she's looking
still
around?
occurring as that portal is shining. Like, and there's a kind of almost like a fog in the air because of it. Like this place is just charged. And the color's slightly off, but just imagine this. But with the color we've chosen for this creature. As out of the portal, eyes begin to open. And fingers, oddly delicate but pointed, reach through. And like someone just emerging from a bath or swimming up from a well, this figure appears. It's hard to really define any sort of gender, but the mouth that forms appears feminine. The fingers are lethally sharp, but still delicate. And,
Oh!
while the chest is, of course, flat, there's body language that's familiar to you. You're not quite sure if perhaps it's using your own mind to form this image, or whether this is just how it looks as it taps and scrapes its claw-like nails upon the metal anchors that appear to be flanking this portal. This is better. Yes, I'm seeing it now. This is a fond form. You're... You held little assumption for my appearance and such. I am here looking fairly nice, if I do say so myself. And the stream of that kind of like energy coming from the lower part of the face starts to pull bits of skin and face together until forming a pair of eyes, and then the forehead and the ears go out quite long. But that energy smoke still billows out of the top like hair. Like, well, have you seen the animated movie of Sinbad?
I have. And I know the character you're about to send me.
Yeah. Do I even really need to mention the name Alice? This is the body language that this creature has. It's constantly flowing, moving when seemingly not even moving. and the hair just continues billowing out. And you can see every so often an eye, like you've seen before, scattered like netting. And a couple of tendrils push up around the relatively humanoid upper body that you see, and wrap around the pillars either side of it. You choose to look deeper. You want to know. So. Go on then. You had something in mind, I can tell.
Rivet takes a deep breath in, and then just says, "What was that thing that left the cloth?"
Hmm. Far more mundane question than I was expecting. What?
I didn't hear the end of that. I think you might cut it out.
What or who?
Whichever will give me the answer I seek. She's trying her best to give like a very strong delivery here. She was as a noble, she was taught how to speak, but she is trembling. Just a little bit.
Kiklas Glam is the name you carry. He believed a true listener ear to my way. Does that answer your question?
It does. So, then, why did he take interest in us? Why was he there?
with some certainty. And you not plan for class does not like me. He cannot plan. They look up the sky. You look around. Do you like my gift?
It stops for a second. Gift? You call that a gift?
It is power. Is that not what mortals desire? They are on their comprehension. Degree of mortal. A motivation that can be relied upon.
And you gave a similar gift to this Kikas? Just occurred to me.
Lady. Exchange. As reliable as Green is, so too inevitability of a mortal's betrayal. Dinar, I see your light. Hey, you linger to your. I still. You have a mind, do you? And with that, their form starts to break apart again, sinking back into the portal, and it's almost like you fall into it with them. And you have the worst migraine that you're not even unconscious. It's that bad that you just can't be unconscious right now. Alright, and we'll start up the reaction to that.
Okay.
Back in here.
Hey, and they return.
Yep. Rivet is conscious, but in a lot of pain.
Ah,
Oh shoot!
Uh.
Obvious. Hey, like so. Last we saw, Rivet just put that thing on like a blindfold.
did that immediately happen right after, or is there time
There
between
was
then and then?
time,
Okay.
like they were in a trance.
If it like just suddenly cries out in obvious pain and is pulling the blindfold away from her eyes.
Crib is grabbing that and ripping it off and stuffing it into the lead.
What?
Oh jeez. Or Arcana checks. Did not even notice.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I just have a migraine.
Making sure that the cloth is wrapped in the lead and shoving it back in the haversack. Crib's going to check Rivet's tattoo to see if there's been any more blue addition to it.
Much like the additions that Rivet made to their token, there is a...
I can't see her token.
I'll send it to the server. One
There's
second.
a hairline fracture. It's not broken, it just has just a hairline thin streak of that color through it.
That is definitely new.
Yeah.
Not exactly like through it in like any sort of clean way. It's like
Spiderwebbing or veining kind of deal.
like you had almost like precisely stabbed a bit of glass so it cracked but hasn't like completely shattered. But it's only like if you had taken like one continuous crack that kind of went down and then off to the right. There's no extra like flailing off
Okay.
of that.
I think I gotcha.
Yeah.
Holding Rivet's arm and looking at the tattoo. The more and more you do this, Rivet, the more and more I am very apprehensive about this. Again, I trust you, but this is...
You are right to be. You are right to be. But I did find something out. So maybe. I mean, my head is killing me. Maybe it's not even like opening her eyes as to not irritate it with a firelight. Just
Cyril,
rubbing
place
it
her
in.
hands on her head and give healing hands. So it's, well, I mean, it's not healing, you know, taking damage, I suppose, but I'm doing it.
I mean, let's see here. I've got...
Not help at all.
I would imagine
Yeah.
so. It's like he's soothing.
Okay.
I got lesser restoration. That might help with the headache.
That would definitely fix it.
Crib will cast lesser restoration on Rivet.
And there is just the slightest trickle of blood from her nose.
Cyril will take the cloth that was wrapped around the mark and sort of dab that.
Thank you. I feel.
No.
I'm much better now. Okay. Okay. So, I met with this. Hold on. Rivet reaches for her notebook and pulls it out, and just as she's talking, she's drawing just a full page spread of what the an approximation of what this person looked like. She's used to drawing diagrams of things, so I don't know how good she is at this, but she will try.
Roll with disadvantage due to your like current state mentally.
Okay. What would that roll be?
Sleight of hand.
Sure. The flash of genius it to make it at least an 11.
Ooh, no, you end up with creepy kid with an imaginary friend kind of scribbles like.
Okay.
Stick
So
figure.
she's still doing this as she's talking. She says, okay.
There's a lot of just like back and forth over the same spot, just like.
So there was this tower, of some black stone, maybe volcanic glass. It was there were spectral like spikes on the side of the tower, and there were bridges that extended out away into a clouded area of the same blue color. The bridges were white, like a purpley cold white almost. And there was this time the thing had a face and a form, and it came out of this portal on the top of the tower. The thing that was there with the Givralon, their name is Kikras Grimm. Graham. It said that he believed himself to be the one true listener, and the ear to their voice, and they did not direct him to, or this person to do this, but they suspect that they did it in order to gather power, and that we were not a part of his plan when we showed up and found him. I wanted to ask more and I wanted to do more, but there was no time. Yeah.
Well, we have information. A
Mm-hmm.
bit scattershot, but it's something to go on. The question is, do you wish to continue harming yourself and exposing yourself to harm in an attempt to glean more information from this Kikros?
I think right now I have enough information to at least begin a search. I don't know. She's kind of like starts just rubbing her eyes and like kind of thinking. She's like, I don't know if there's any library or archive in this area that would have information on this creature or what it might be, but if I think I now have enough to at least figure that out for myself without having to push any further.
That's good. And that said, I would quite frankly like to burn this cloth.
I do fear though that if we don't find something anywhere, destroying the cloth might still get rid of the only lead, or the only foot in the door we have. Also, I don't know how accurate this information is. I'll have to, I don't know, maybe check it again, but it seems almost as if the magic that corrupts the cloth is fading with time.
If the magic is fading, and it is going away, that means that what you are doing is most likely going to be more difficult. So, burning it now or burning it later is unlikely to change anything, and quite frankly, I would rather get rid of it now while it still has possibility of influencing you. Again, I trust you know what you're doing with this, Rivet, but you've said yourself you have enough to begin a search of your own. And I don't like, just as you said to Syrah previously, I don't like seeing you hurt yourself in an attempt to help. And make no mistake, you are hurting yourself by doing this. It is causing you pain, blood, and it is corrupting, or at least heavily influencing, the source of your magic power.
You have a point, and it's a good point. I only fear what I don't know, a lack of information would do for us if this comes to bite us, so to speak.
We've
DM typing, scary.
Oh, I still have.
Yeah.
I don't have my noise suppression on. One sec. There we go.
We've dealt with, well, spotty information before, and done our best to move forward with it.
I think. Rivet's thinking to herself. Oh.
Yeah, that scared me.
You
I was like,
just hear a
uh-oh.
lute playing.
I'm not. I am hesitant. I don't know. I know that you are right, and I know that this is dangerous. But I still can't tell whether not having this information is more dangerous.
I'm just gonna stand up and sort of start pacing.
It's a difficult decision.
You're right, not having information can be highly dangerous. We did not know enough when we first encountered O'Hagan, so we ended up falling. Even if we had known, did we have the power to prevent anything, to change anything?
Without the information, we certainly didn't.
We'll acknowledge that information is important, that it's needed. Just... I think we should be wary of the price we are paying for this information, Rivet. Because sometimes the cost can be quite too high. I don't want to see you lose yourself to whatever this is. Crib's gonna sit down in front of Rivet and he's gonna look at this cloth. Like holding like the lead, but it's unwrapped so that he can see the cloth itself. This thing is probably extraplanar. I think if we continue to do this, Rivet, I think next time I should be the one to try. I'm not as adept in the ways of magic as you, but I know of the extraplanar, of what they are capable of, and I am well versed in seeing their tricks and ways.
That is an idea. Many times when I only fear that the reason why I'm able to even ascertain any information at all is because of my... She stumbles trying to find the word. My innate connection to magic itself.
Maybe. I think it's worth a try.
You think you can do it? Or if you think it is worth a try, I will help you in any way I can.
Do what we can, but for tonight, I think we've done enough. We'll worry about that
Agreed.
tomorrow.
Definitely agreed.
For now, rest. The morning will come soon enough. Crib will fold up the lead and put the thing back in the handy haversack.
Yeah, and Sarah will wrap the cloth around Rivet's arm again after cleaning it of the blood with prestidigitation.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Just... Sarah sort of pauses before saying nothing.
Alright. Bragic is stretched out, legs out, like leaning against a rock. His hat like tilted down so it's kind of over his eyes like he's dozing, but he's still just playing his lute. Just playing this soothing, kind of relaxing song. This is a hint of a bit of blue to it, but otherwise lovely.
Sierra will sit and listen and try to make an illusion of the ogre playing the song.
You see him like tilt his head to his side just so he can peek out from under his hat. Sees the ogre and he just smiles and keeps playing.
Hmm. Hmm. And Cyril will sort of just concentrate on that spell and keep following along before just falling asleep.
Kriv will, once Sierra falls asleep, Kriv will gently pick her up and carry her to bed and tuck her in.
Mhm.
He'll go back to the fire and sit, staring at it for a bit. He'll reach up and run a hand across his holy symbol of Pelor, the amulet that he wears around his neck. And he'll look at the handy haversack.
There's a whole lot of worry in this camp.
Lots of worry to be had.
Hmm.
You can enjoy life, go through the moments, and forget the worry at times. But you always want to keep them in the corner of your mind, lest they come and catch you unawares. That's what I do. I try to keep my eyes fixed on the worry, so that my friends do not have to.
You see, the problem with that is keep your eyes fixed on the worries, you'll miss all the good things. Miss all
Oh,
the
I
things
found some
that could
good
help
things.
you.
Maybe.
You
I
said
found
you had
some
a
good
good thing.
things. Yes. Almost hit me upside the head with a sword, but definitely a good thing.
Tell me about him. Come on.
Warrior. She. First time I saw her was on the back of this lizard creature, just scaled and holding a flaming sword. She just cut through the swamps, looking down on me and my allies. Sight to behold, for sure.
Like the goddess of strength herself had come to judge you. I know such women. I'm not sure
called
whether to
me
be
Roaring
terrified or just start making introductions. Roaring
She
dragon.
definitely made an impression. Before I knew it, I wanted to get to know her more. Get to
Getting to know
Found
people is something that I have a lot of experience with, and I get the feeling you're meaning it in the way I mean it. So, did you get to know her?
I did.
Hmm.
Took upon a task to slay some ogres and bring back their teeth as trophies, as proof of my prowess in combat. And that night, we came together.
Hmm.
was quite the evening.
Ah, man.
That's
And the whole mood's lifted just as a little conversation about her. Where was that worry again? I don't think you're focusing on it right now.
no, not focusing on it. But it's still there in the back of my mind.
I'll let it sit there until you see anything that may make it a bit necessary. Be alert, but no need to worry all the time. Keep on your
We'll see
toes,
if I
but
see.
don't go tripping over because of it.
It's true.
Yeah.
But then, not exactly the most nimble on my feet.
You don't have to be. You seem like a smart lad. I assume you saw what I meant.
Yeah. Got what you meant.
You know, I had to go. Left a mark on my heart as well. Definitely not as heroic a story, but I didn't wade into battle for no woman, but I wrote her this here song. And I
It is a
felt like
lovely
that
tune.
she was a lovely gal. Still is, last I heard.
Check something. Crib has the acolyte. Of course, you know no frickin' tools, you little.
Unfortunately, and I guess understandably, chasing dreams with a man with nothing but a instrument to his name didn't quite add up to the purpose her family had lined up for her. I still try and see her whenever I'm in town.
Gotta seek out the good where you can, right?
I find plenty of it on the road.
Sure. But you always remember her.
There's a lot of sorts I remember, but I still play her song from time to time. At least once a week. I remember where you came from, after all. Otherwise, where you going?
I'm just gonna go back to just looking at the fire for a bit.
I think that's enough reminiscent for now, and he puts his lute to one side. This is after about like an hour of playing this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as he gets up and goes to sleep, Crib will be like,
Oh, he doesn't. He just pulls his hat down further and just stays right where he is.
"My pillow's light, wake you on the dawn, gentle and warm." We'll just once again look at the haversack, thinking about the cloth inside and the two options. Well, three options he can do with it right now. Before nodding and going into his tent and going to sleep.
Alright. Alright.
He had options I had options in my head.
Oh, and Rivet, the moment the migraine passed, the reason it was so difficult to do much else is because the exhaustion kind of smacks in right after the migraine was gone.
Yeah, I imagined.
It's like the pain and the suffering was keeping you awake, and then as soon as it faded, just like...
Just out.
Yeah. Alright, Right, I just realized because of the time zones, there's no longer that hour gap between our typical finish time and critical role, right? So this isn't exactly where I want to leave it, but we could go for like an extra, like either we take a break and we go for an hour and a half, or we just crack on for another half hour. Let people have time to get things sorted before other stuff they want to do.
I mean, I'm good with either.
I have things I want to do, but I don't want them to be crunched down into a shorter time. I'm fine with ending
Wait,
it here. though.
in the game? Or...
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the stuff you want to do in the game. Okay, well then what are they?
I mean, I don't want to like have them go too long. If there's things that others need to do.
No, because I think I was just saying that, you know, jumping from one stream to another like straight away, it's like, I don't know, you probably want to get drinks or something.
I have a water bottle right here. I'm
Okay.
fine. But I mean, whatever others think.
I mean, literally, I almost dragged it on with Kriv, possibly just like without Rivet there, trying to see something with the cloth. Or burning it. Oops.
Oh, were you actually like trying to investigate it? I thought you were literally like looking at it as a physical...
No, I was
Okay.
just looking at that was one of the three options, was either A, investigate before tomorrow, just to decide, or B, burn it, or C, leave it alone.
Alright.
I
Well,
don't have anything important. I'm good to do whatever. I am curious as to what Maxine wants Sierra to do, and also I'm like brainstorming ideas for ways to have Kriv have this vision.
Hey, I've actually been to possibly that dimension. So
Mm-hmm.
who knows?
alright, how about... I think we'll just... We'll crack on, and then we'll just end... Maybe not the full hour earlier, but just at some point so that there's room for people to
Sure.
do stuff for Critical Role. Unless people need to go use the bathroom right now. Like... No, all good? Okay. Okay.
Speak now or forever hold your pee.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Hey, I got the puns.
Alright, you wake up in the morning feeling like say Viper.
Rivet wakes up in the morning feeling like shit.
I was thinking of that song too. Alright.
Yeah, make a constitution saving throw.
Woohoo!
Rivet.
Oh.
Okay. You don't have a level of exhaustion.
That's a greater restoration thing again. I don't have that.
Got the
Alright.
material components for greater restoration, but not the rest of it.
Mhm.
You know, the greater restoration part.
You've got the 1,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Is it 1,000? I thought it was only 100.
I think it's 1,000.
No, that's Revivify. Or something.
Revivify is
Oh,
300.
Yeah, Revivify's 300. Greater Restoration, I think, is 1,000 gold worth of diamond dust.
Rare
I was given
Restoration, I
like an
think, is
amount of
100.
something in order to cast something, and I forget what all of the somethings here are.
Mm.
That's
Greater
fine.
Restoration is 100 GP. Resurrection, I believe, is 5,000 GP. It might be Raised Dead. The Raised Dead is 500 GP. Oh, Resurrection is 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, no, it is.
True
it is
Resurrection
I
is
have
5,000.
gold. I have 100 gold pieces of diamond dust in order to cast Greater Restoration should the need be. That was correct.
Okay.
All right.
I
Of
don't know
course,
why.
too high of a slot.
For some reason, I always thought it was 1,000. Maybe it was because Critical Role when they were on the island.
Mm. Yeah, because they spent so much there. Because of the memory shenanigans.
Anyways, so you get up. Kriv does his usual morning prayer to Pelor, puts his armor on.
Sierra will go to Kriv when he's putting his armor on. Um, just sort of stumbles over words.
Yes, sir. You need something?
Well, I wanted to talk about something.
All right.
In the grove, I was spoken to by the Wild Mother.
Laura.
Seems like she has a good soul or something. I don't know how to put it, but I don't know how to think about that or how to feel about that.
That Laura has a good soul.
But what does that have to do with me?
The gods. To be honest, a lot of my teachings, while I learned of the different prime deities as part of the Sanctum of Pledges when I was an acolyte, to be fair, a lot of my teachings were towards Pelor, and I know a bit about Bahamut as well. They were my prime deity of worship before Pelor, but Elora, being one of the primes, was a deity I know a bit about here and there. Very shallow on her teachings, but the gods in general, the prime deities, were good, and they looked upon humanity and wanted us to live and not be subjected. They let us choose our fates, our paths. You are a healer, Sira, by your choice, not because Melora forces it upon you or gives you gifts with the expectation that they be used for such. She merely has gifted you with something, and so sees what you do with that gift. No judgment from it, just. She accepts who you are because she is a good soul. She wants to see the best for her children. So what it does with you is whatever you wish to do with it.
Sierra sort of wipes a tear and says, "Oh, is that what a mother does?"
Whoever will step over and sort of enfold Sierra into a hug. This is what family does, Sierra.
We'll always watch out for you, each other. Do our best to keep you safe, but we'll never smother. We'll give you space to make your own choices, to find yourself, find your freedom. You'll make mistakes along the way, trip, fall, get hurt. You'll always have your family there, your true family there, to help you, to comfort you, should ever you need it and ask.
I see. Um, I have something I'm confused about then.
All right.
Hi,
Um,
Sasha.
if if I'm put on a if I'm if these gifts aren't meant to be given for a reason, then why is why does my why do I have um, my guide uh, sometimes tells me things that are important, apparently, but they haven't talked to me in a long time. I thought that maybe something that we did just before we were cast down was wrong in some way.
Maybe you have just not needed their guidance. Who knows?
Hmm.
I've spoken to Paylor a
Hmm.
couple of occasions, visited his orchard, and received wisdom from him.
Mm.
But something he has always told me is that I should not rely on him to light my path, to show me the way, but that I should find that path for myself, make my own decisions. Maybe this guide would come and tell you things because, like a family member, like someone who cares for you, I want to give you advice, try to keep you from stumbling upon the rock or the tree root. But ultimately, the choices are yours. You've done nothing wrong, Syrah. Sure, we fell from Zolodio down to here. That was not any wrongness on our part. That was O'Hagan's doing. And maybe here is where we're meant to be. Out from under his eye, his oppression, so that we may amass the strength needed to rise up and throw off this tyranny that he has held our friends and family and loved ones with. So much harder when the problems come from those on this plane.
Is it
People,
though?
of course. Celestials, demons, devils, creatures of the extraplanar tend to be inclined towards any singular given alignment. Evil, good, in between, even chaotic. Humans, people of this realm, they can range the spectrum. You never know what they might be until you've spent time with them. We've talked about the shades of grey before, where you never know, like, until someone does something if they're good or bad, black or white. And humans embody that shades of grey the most. And it's hard, because you don't know when you look at a person where they stand within that grey. Demons, devils, celestials, you can usually get a good understanding based on their nature because of what they are. Oh, you might find exceptions to the rule, maybe, possibly. But I said, the guide has not spoken to you, but that does not mean that she does not watch and pay attention to you. As I said, Kylo has told me before, the path is mine to find. So, Sarah, the path before you is yours. But no, I will always be here. Right behind you, in front of you, if needed.
Sarah sort of wipes the rest of her tears away. I suppose I'm not. Uh, I'm not some sort of dark entity for not fully agreeing. I'm not the where you are the day and not and I the night or something. I don't know. Perhaps the stars, bright lights in the night.
No, Sarah. You. You are just as bright as any lights. You shine because you wish to help others. But you are more a gentle wind that comes and wraps the warmth of life around others, spreading far and wide.
Mhm.
Laura would be proud of you.
Mhm.
And now I am proud of you.
Sarah will laugh and just sit and sort of wait for Kurt to sort of finish putting on his armor, sort of watching.
Revel buckled the last bits of the metal and the chain mail.
Mhm.
You know, Ragic told me last night that you gotta not focus on the worry. You gotta look forward to the good times. So, your guide will speak to you again, I'm sure. But until then, don't worry about it.
Okay. And I guess as sort of as Kriv is sort of walking, or they're walking further, Cyril just sort of speak up and say, I just, I know I sometimes just just back away and leave things for later and keep thinking about them, I guess, so that I would like to say I didn't mean to self-deprecate by calling myself the stars or comparing myself to them.
The stars are
The moon
beautiful.
and the moon and the stars bring light at night, and
I'm sure the
so it gives us
Moonweaver
sort
would be happy at the comparison.
of. Sarah sort of runs her hand across a scar on her shoulder that's sort of shaped like a moon. And will remain quiet as she mounts up for the rest of the day.
Just smiles at her and as he helps her onto Soldat.
And Bragek just pushes the hat up over the top of his head, stands up as if he'd been awake for a bit. Well, I think we should start this morning with a bit of a song, if you'll indulge me. We can walk as I play.
Of course.
Alright. He starts walking, it's like, 'cause you don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing
Oh,
is gonna be alright. And don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
mm.
I do forget like the actual melody for the verses, but like
Mm. Uh,
That's pretty good for it.
yeah.
well,
I
if you
know the
remember
chorus
the
was good.
melody, you might get what's it called on Twitch?
Copyright strike, yeah.
Yeah.
Because music and problems.
Yeah. But
Sarah
anyway,
sort of
that's what he
comes
sings.
along.
Yeah, he sings that song.
Yep. And everybody gets 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, ooh,
I
Oh.
bet you anything that's inspiring
is
leader
that
feat.
a inspiring leader feat?
Yeah.
So it's charisma's +3. Cool.
Depends on what its level
Okay.
is.
Well, I
What's
mean,
your level?
I assume he's at least 7th because he has hallucinatory terrain.
Yeah.
So that would be a maximum of +3. I don't know. I could be just from an item. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm a very speculatory, curious person.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Anyways.
Bragix fan. Who knew that a random horny bard could give such wisdom?
Hey, I've considered getting inspiring leader for Kriv, but it's like there's so many other feats that I'd rather I need for him before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't sing that song for 10 minutes, but then it's various things on the same note. Like he's like, because I'm happy, it's a couple alone. If you feel happiness is the truth,
into a bunch of.
that I'm
And
happy.
then randomly, YMCA. Just randomly.
It's just 10-minute playlist of songs of inspiring
Yeah.
music.
Uplifting music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, the Shire.
That's really nice. That was good.
All right. Okay. So yeah, moving along. You all are just heading south through the forest. I guess I should transfer you back to the map. And I'll copy all these
Map.
tokens. The most recent ones. The map.
The map. Oh, gotta be careful.
Yeah. I gotta try and keep in this kind of like subdued, kind of chill voice that I'm going for with brackets. So it's like, fly me to the moon and let me play along with the stars.
My gosh. Let me see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
In other words,
Hold my hand.
yeah, you know it. Come on,
Yeah, I know it.
Sarah.
I mean, I've watched Small Ant. Every time that there's things on for the chat to play videos and stuff, the screen video share thing, they just torment him with that song because they asked him to sing it on stream.
Oh, okay.
So I know that first. I know that much.
Meet my friends, meet my friends. They all come alive and bend to my whims and to my wishes.
That one is an OG song from.
Yeah. Alright,
Really good
okay.
artist that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. We merchant. We merchant. Gotta zoom back in. Do.
Oh
Zoom
god.
in.
I could only imagine that. Hold on, it's like rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Keep moving on, get as I hear. Anyway.
Just gotta keep on swimming.
Despacito.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you guys never want to have me actually play a bard. I would do so much music stuff. Like, I
Oh
literally
no. A bard
writing.
music is always good. I can't sing.
Well, neither can I, but it's like I would literally like write my own lyrics for stuff. It would be so much
Okay.
fun.
Yes, you're traveling for a better part. How many bits to Rickroll Skylar? I don't know.
More than
Jigs up. I think. I mean, I have a
Well,
sing redeem, but that's for points, not bits. And I don't want you to spend your money.
I mean, I have. Oh, hello. There is new stuff to redeem?
There may be.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. So bad, so say so. Hugs.
The new collector's event? What you mean on Apex? Oh, the trailer.
No, for your points. Your point redeems.
Oh, sorry, no, Deku was talking in chat. I haven't seen it, no. But yes, I do have a new point redeem.
New
Anyway.
collector's event, yeah. Crypto's heirloom weapon.
Oh. Probably with the least popular one, honestly.
It's a sword that looks like his drone.
Alright. So, you carry on for a while, and you find a trodden path that, helps you keep a good pace without having to worry about difficult terrain. You make good progress.
Yeah.
And you start seeing hedges that look unnatural, like they've been tended to. Like, for a moment, it's very much, you're not quite sure if maybe you're just seeing animals that have been like petrified or something. But as you keep getting closer and closer, the greenery becomes obvious, and there appears to be an artist of sorts, or someone who's been sculpting these into likenesses of animals.
Hedge art.
And actually this starts being like a paved stone path, as there's apparently a cottage ahead.
Oh. Well, looks like we found some form of civilization.
Oops. You mean to draw that? Paste.
Zoomed all the way in again. Nero. Oh, jeez. I don't know, man.
There you go.
This gives off the evil witch in the forest vibes.
If there was a Medusa that could turn things into flipped bushes, that would be really neat.
I don't know. The spell animate object with
Ooh.
these might be.
Yeah, no, that could get spicy very quickly.
Serious on horse.
On a horse.
Yeah, Sierra is on horse.
Bragus is chilling in the back. Yeah, there's some nice trees that seem to have forms of berries in them. There's little orange fruits hanging from this one there. Too small to actually be oranges, but there's something.
Let's see.
It's the grass around here seems to be trodden down from frequent use, or whether or not maybe some of this was like, I don't know. It looks like it should have been like an even nicely tended to patch of grass, but there are just longer patches like here and here. But it seems to be kept
I
rather
s-
short around the sculptures themselves.
Major sauce. Alright. Well, I think we should inquire at this place about how far travel we are from Gold Shield or what time of day is it at this point?
It's like 2 in the afternoon.
Okay. So not terribly late. I'm just trying to think what reason we'd stop at this house as opposed to just rolling on by.
It's a landmark that's just noteworthy, so therefore it needed a bit of attention.
I don't know. We got maps. Let's.
This is too small
Alright.
to be on the map.
Yeah. What I'm saying is we've got a whole new map, which makes me consider that stuff might happen.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So. Should continue on. Short of asking for more detailed directions to the city, I'm not quite sure we should disturb those who reside here.
I suppose not.
We'll step forward and I start walking down the trodden path, like the actual pathway, and sort of like go move past the house.
Alright. You got an effort's been made to make a stone path here, and it continues further on south the way you were going, past a few rose bushes and a well-kept garden. On passive perception, you pick up
Seriously, the best.
well, everyone smells this. There's like a smell of smoke coming from the cottage.
Like cooking smoke, or this place is on fire smoke.
Yeah, can I like make an insight check for that?
Sure.
Okay.
Would that be insight or?
Perception,
be-
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Perception, sure, probably. I mean, if we
Or
all smell it, but
investigating.
like
Yeah.
inciting what type
Investigating
of?
the smell.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Wait,
I mean,
do
like,
investigation? Okay.
if yeah, sure. Okay, I'll do perception.
CX because
I got 21, and
I mean, I rolled a
Yeah,
5.
that's
so-
like yours is, yeah, Crave, you're just like, oh, it's just probably cooking something. Dira, this is not a nice smoke. This is kind of something that shouldn't be burning is burning smoke, and it adds a little no, that's definitely not like wood burning. That's definitely not nice coals or wood being burned right now.
I'll quickly twin the message spell to Rivet and Kriv and say, that's not a good burning smell. We should be quick and help.
You also notice that the smoke's not coming from any form of chimney. It's kind of creeping out under the door.
Okay.
All right. Riv will move towards the door.
Rivet and Lex
Hello?
begin to move in.
Is anyone there? Do you need assistance? And he'll sort of bang on the door.
There's no response.
All right. Oh, this will be awkward as heck if we're wrong. And he's going to attempt to break, like, well, no, he'll try the door first. Is it unlocked?
It is not.
Oh, it's locked?
It is locked. Or at least,
Okay.
maybe it's just a bolt. You don't know.
Okay, Riv will attempt to bust the door down at that point then. Kick it, axe it, whatever he has to do.
Alright, make an athletics check.
I'm not horrible at these. I'd be better with proficiency. Not when I roll
You
a
bounce.
3.
You
It's
bounce.
a door.
Look,
No,
doors have
I'm
always
not gonna-
contended even the highest level of players. Axe,
That's true.
chop, making.
Rivet's just pacing
Busting
around,
this
just looking, trying to see if there's any other doors.
Oh yeah,
Fine.
sorry, I did the lines wrong. There is a back door here.
Okay. Rivet will try to push it open. Pull it open. It opens.
It opens.
Sick. Rivet will yell to everybody that there is a side door that's open.
Group will stop. Will stop from taking his axe to the door, and will move around the side at a fast pace.
Oh, I can't see. Riki probably follows. Very nice to have control over Riki, because I can kind of. I don't have to maneuver Blix in the dark all the time.
I mean, to be fair, I almost had Soul Dodge back up to the door and horse kick it down. All right.
Alright, so in here is what seems to be a simple bedroom. There's a wardrobe. There's... I forgot to actually put like a mattress on it, but there's a bed frame that is in disrepair, but there is actually like a a stuffed hay mattress kind of thing with just some tossed covers over it.
Okay. Is this a door?
That is a door.
And smoke's coming out from underneath there, I assume, as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of a ceiling gathering of smoke in this room.
Not like this. Oh! Kriv will try that door.
It appears to be locked.
Up there. Kick! And yes, I know you probably have thieves' tools, Rivet. Ugh.
I was gonna say Rivet's gonna guide Kriv. Guidance.
Alright.
Would you roll the d4 or would I?
You can. It's you. You decide when you use the D4. You just have it now.
Well,
That works.
19
19 is nice.
Kick open a door.
Yep. Which one has the sound effect? I forget.
I think we're about to experience what firefighters call a bad time.
Oh no.
I did not check this door for heat before kicking it open.
All right. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not sure if this will be, but yeah, there's a resounding
Ooh.
as you bust through the door. And yeah, what you see inside as the smoke comes billowing out, but no fire, just a lot of thick black smoke, is a smoldering body.
Oh, shit.
Still partially on fire, but the body itself is just blackened flesh at this point. How it's still burning is unclear. It's just still on fire and just giving off lots of smoke.
We'll go over and try to put the fire out.
All right.
Pat it out. And
A bunch of
Will help.
ashen material and soot kind of get kicked up as you pat them down to get the fire out. It is not a nice smell in here as well. This
Yeah.
person has been roasted.
we're about to meet Jasper again.
Oh no.
And as you see there on your floor, on the floor right there, is your good friend Jasper. No.
Oh,
No,
I meant
always
Jasper
do that.
doing the burning, but you know.
No.
Put it past him.
But yeah, there's this smoldering, apparently corpse on the floor. There's a
Nice.
charred hat just off to the side of their head. And something just on fire in their hand. It seems to have like metal fused to the flesh of their palm.
Rivet kind of
I'm
gets
gonna-
down and is
I'm
gonna
cast
look
detect
at.
magic.
Yeah, that works. Rivet's gonna get down and she's gonna look at the just look at the body and see if there's anything that looks just particularly anything that looks out of place for a body that is now charred and burned to bits.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cast detect magic.
All right.
Just both of us detecting the magics.
Yeah.
So, detect magic. Oh, my light went out. Oh dear. Oh. So, casting detect magic, there is magic in the thing in their hand. Rivet, you're just doing a check.
Yeah, just looking over the body, seeing if there's anything that looks particularly out of place.
Well, they appear to have a metal
Or
basket-looking thing in their right hand that's kind of fused itself to their flesh from how bad the burns are. It seems to be trying to reignite the body, even after it's been stamped out. Like it's still hot. And weirdly enough, yeah, there's definitely a deadbolt on the inside of both of these doors.
Okay.
But yeah, the detect magic is a faint thing, a faint signal on the book, and a magic glow around the thing in their hand.
Basket. All right. Looking at the books on the table, do those seem like wizard spell books, like the dwarf one that we found? That row was freaking.
Seeing
Going to
those
town.
precise, almost rune-like arcane signs, it does look like a spellbook.
Close that. So it's fused to his hand and it's trying to reignite the body. I don't want to touch it. At this point, I almost want to just sever his hand at the wrist to get it away from the rest of the body.
Perhaps we could use some. Ooh, but I was going to suggest bringing Sierra in here in order to cool it down because she has a lot of frost magic, but actually that might not be a good idea. This is a horrible sight.
The room is filling with smoke still.
Crib's going to go over to the door, unlatch the deadbolt, and open it so that the smoke will go outside.
Much like when you open the other door, there's just a billow as the air flow can now go from the back door to the front door and starts clearing the room.
I think whatever it is. So I detect. What kind of magic am I getting from
Conjuration.
Conjuration. Ooh, I don't like that. That should be something to do with fire elementals.
Yeah, that's not. It would be evocation if it weren't. Um. Yeah, fuck it. Rivet will sit down and hold the little wow, brain. Wow, brain just really shut down there. Pearl in her that she has inset into the frame of her glasses as she begins to focus on the metal basket thing and cast Identify as a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, Identify requires you to be able to touch the thing. Rivet will... Yeah, fuck it. Rivet will reach out and just, like, slowly move her hand towards it just to see if she feels any heat coming from it.
And there's heat coming from the top of it, but the legs of this thing seem to be okay. Like you can grab it, move it, grab it, move it, grab it, move it, but probably not hold on to it for too long. You could probably pull it away.
Yeah, gonna
Maybe
definitely pull it
stand
away from this
upright.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a sickly crack as like what was skin that's now basically crackling. Just breaks as you pull it away, and there's a bit of a slop of like well roasted skin just falling off of bone. I mean flesh falling off of bone as you pull it away like a very well done pig.
Gross.
And it comes away from the hand, but yeah, there's some burnt on meat on there. But you sit it upright, and it settles down, and weirdly enough, there's still apparently coals in the bottom of it that are just smoldering. They're not burning. They kind of like settle down to just a smolder.
Yeah, alright. Am I able to now handle this thing well enough in order to identify what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's give that a shot. Let's see what happens. Rivet will slowly, ritually cast Identify on the weird brazier.
Mm-hmm. All right. As you identify it, this is. It becomes clear that this is a brazier of commanding fire elementals. But it's been tampered with.
Oof.
Like, there's like. You identify it as the brazier of commanding fire elementals, but there's also like. The spell's kind of pointing out, like, hey, this is not part of the, this is not a correct part of the code. Like, this is an error in the coding of this, and this is an error of the coding of this. Like, what? Like, these have been ignored because they're unknown. Like, these do not comply with the enchantment.
Strange. That is, Rivet will speak up and say, this brazier has the power to summon fire elementals, but it's something about it is wrong. Something is. It is being tampered with.
Something has been tampered with on that. And it was obviously a trap meant to kill this one.
Seems so. Maybe. It's. Can I tell, like, at all in what way this seems to have been tampered with?
You can make an Arcana check to try and translate the intention behind the arcane runes, because of course it all has a language. Like, you know, spells break down into, like, magic missile is projectile, force, like, target, like, etc.
Rivet!
Rivet, everybody!
With a plus freaking 8 and a d4 to Arcana. So at
That's
least
one
plus
away
9.
from
Yeah,
max.
and that's not. Yeah, that's not even the highest this could be.
Right, yes, you see what is going on here. In fact, you
That's just
completely
a normal Arcana check, baby.
you completely understand what this person was trying to do. Somebody, for whatever intentions they may have, is that they were trying to make this into a brazier of commanding. Well, brazier of mass commanding greater fire elementals. So the intention seems to be that they were trying to use mass conjure greater elemental in an item.
Basically, they tried to overload.
And it's
with
quite
item.
literally backfired on them.
Yeah. Because you know enough that conjure elementals as a spell, if you don't concentrate on it, the elemental will do whatever the fuck it likes. And it has an hour to play with before it has to go home.
Okay. This? Wow, okay. So, yeah, looks like, somebody was, trying to turn it into something significantly more powerful, and, it, for lack of a better term, backfired on them. Um, w- Does Ribbit think that this item is salvageable in any way? Or, like, to the point where, like, that is to say, is there any way that she could, like, turn it back into a regular brazier of commanding fire elementals? Because, yeah.
Oh, with your tinkering skills and stuff, yeah, you could probably just buff out those arcane marks that they've engraved into it.
Mhm.
You could just buff it out. Like,
Because Ribbit's, like, pretty savvy when it comes to spells and magic. She doesn't think that anybody could command maybe more than one fire elemental at the same time.
I'm just gonna go pick up the spell book or spell books and tuck it away. Guy's dead. He's not using them anymore. And Ro would appreciate them.
there are 3 in total. Books, at least. I'm not saying they're all spellbooks.
Crivel, see, he's still
That is detect magic, so he knows which one is the magic spell book.
Oh, 2
and
of
the
them are
other two-
spellbooks.
Oh, 2 of them. 2 of them are spell books. Cool, cool. He'll tuck those away, and he'll look at the third one.
It is just a leather-bound, ordinary-looking... Oh, hey, Weep! Thanks for the raid! Hey. Wow.
All of the raids today.
I always get the most viewers when it's Dungeons and Dragons. Hello! I love this community.
Yeah, D&D is awesome.
Okay, as far as you can tell, it's just a regular leather-bound journal.
Okay. Sort of read through the last written pages. Probably details the whole thing that Rivet found out. Like, oh, trying experiment.
Yeah, turns out, as you read through it, more and more about how this person's been wronged, like what their revenge plot is, how reading back some of the things they're talking about don't add up too much, and that this is definitely good. Their intentions are definitely like not a reasonable response to what has earlier been mentioned has happened to them. It seems that this person went a bit off the deep end and was not a good person. And in fact, they were planned on basically having a army of fire elementals to just go and burn someone who bullied them in the town they live in and everyone they've ever loved. And that nobody would be able to laugh at them.
Oof. Man was definitely not mentally there.
You don't say.
Yeah, like going back to the start, you're like, yeah, he got picked on a bit, and like when he actually admitted his feelings to a girl, she kind of like laughed at him and set fire to the note of confession, like right in front of him.
Oof.
And so yeah, the guy was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna burn everything." That's a response.
So that is definitely a thing. Okay.
Like, sure, yeah, that was a bad thing to do to someone, but the reaction was not okay.
Yeah, the reaction was a bit out of proportion. Cool. Cool.
And it's, yeah, a tale of how something so overall small can have such a big impact on someone.
Sort of tapped the book a bit. Puts it away. Does not. I will not say he got what he deserved, but doing what he was trying to do had consequences. There were other ways to go about it, but it's just sort of what happened. Putting 2 spell books from Burnt Man's house in my inventory.
From Birdman's house.
What? That is literally what they are.
Yeah, but that's funny.
I went to Burning Man and all I got were these stupid books.
Yeah. Yeah. John Burntman.
Bring that in now.
So I love how
2 spell books from
Rivet's
Burning
giggle,
Man's house.
like, sound like she got abducted in the middle of that. She just started here and then sort of went like, into the distance.
Yeah.
I am not a wizard, but I understand the mentality of spell books.
Hmm. Alright.
I would
She
love,
went fire.
I would love to play a wizard at some point.
Bard, wizard, I want to play a full caster.
I cast
don't care which
fireball.
I would like to cast Fireball.
Fireball.
Ah, fireball wins again.
I did not ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball. Yes.
Cast
Yeah,
it,
2 spell
destroying
books.
himself because he was right next to it, because he didn't ask how big the room was.
Mhm.
Hey, I once cast Meteor Swarm at a room full of giants and didn't realize that the rogue had gone inside while invisible because I
Oh,
couldn't see
no.
the rogue.
Oh dear.
Next.
Alright.
I cast
Well,
Meteor Swarm, which is a lot higher level than Fireball.
anything else? Any more investigating you want to do, or you just sort of like, well, that's unfortunate, and move on?
I mean, I've got the
Well-
journal that
Yeah.
literally was like, this
River will
is what
take a second to
happened.
just do a very thorough once over of this house before we all skedaddle.
The way Anu says that is like, there's more in there. You just haven't found the secret compartment underneath the
Yeah,
the bed.
I had thought to do that, but then I was like, ooh, pretty sure of committing fire elementals. And I got distracted.
Seeing them come out of the building, Sarah will sort of just ask what they found.
If it's just doing
Just a
open.
man
Quick
poorly
once over.
misguided in his quest for revenge on those he felt wronged them.
Yeah, you find a little cooking pot and like just a kit that they more than likely set up outside when they were doing their meals. There's like a big bag of rice and not much else. You find they like gardening tools, and of course, like they have gardening clothing that's just thicker with a good thick pair of anti-rose thorn gloves. So, you know, apart from the whole trying to burn stuff thing, they're apparently an avid gardener.
Rivet like looks at the like gardening tools and the gloves and then looks at the burning corpse on the ground. And then goes over and takes the gardening tools.
Okay.
Wraps them up in a just a little leather like roll.
Oh,
brings
you
them
know,
out with
it's
her.
already got one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is a tool, like, kit, you know.
Nice.
It's actually like a little toolbox. All of them are like
That
blades
much roll?
down, handles up, you know. A little
Mm.
trowel,
Yeah.
little hand rake.
He also thinks for a second, and then, yeah, she'll sling the bag of rice over her shoulder as she's walking out too, because rice is food,
Food's
and
food
he's not
under
using it.
Hey, I stole his
So
spell.
Rivet walks out with with Rivet, this like 3-foot tall gnome, walks out with a bundle of metal and leather under her left arm and a bag of rice over her right arm. Says, "I found stuff."
That's a
He's not using
roughly
them.
4-kilogram bag of rice.
Alexa, how much is 4 kilograms in pounds?
4 kilograms is about 8 pounds, 13 ounces.
8 pounds. Gotcha.
About 9
8-pound bag of
pounds.
rice.
That's a lot of rice.
It is.
Cyril sort of leaned down to Kriv. Do we want to do anything else here, or
I mean, we've put the body out, and the individual, nuts. If we'll go back inside, and he's gonna. Right. I don't have a shovel, but I want to attempt to actually properly bury this body instead of just leaving it in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Rivet will pull out a trowel.
I don't think
guess
a trowel
out of the
will-
door. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, wait a minute. Yeah, that's not really
not
gonna
gonna
do
very
it, is
deep.
it?
Yeah.
Actually, the tip of Rivet's shield is made to be driven into the ground, so she will kind of use that as a makeshift shovel, in order to help clear out a little bit of dirt.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mortem. Yep, let me just train straight.
Kriv is going to attempt to properly bury this body. Yeah, he was an asshole that was trying to commit mass murder by controlling fire elementals, which then, caused his own destruction, but he is a religious person.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, the moment you try and move this body, it
Oh,
starts
no.
coming apart like freaking a
Oh,
well
no.
done pulled pork.
Oh no.
Just
I now
sloshing
have
off.
dead. I have just dead person ash all over me now.
Don't worry, I can clean it.
Anybody know a fire spell?
Yeah,
Maybe
just,
immolation is the better idea.
it is roasted down to the bone.
God, that's awful. No.
I'm gonna go in, grab the blanket, I guess, off of the bed, and sort of cover the ash body corpse. And he's gonna do a prayer, still covered in this thing's deadness, and say a prayer to the gods and sort of do a little, at least respectful, sort of, I wish I could bury you, but I can't, because you burned yourself really badly. And once that's done, he'll walk back out. Okay, I think we're done here. Just brushing this ash and crap off him. Oh jeez, Dragon Outlaw, no.
Huh?
It doesn't need to eat.
Dragon
It's not a
Outlaw
real
is
thought.
No.
Hey, look, Blix does a lot of things that they, as an automata, they wouldn't normally do.
Rivet walks out with the fucking gardening tools and the bag of rice, and Blix is like dragging. You know the way that like a ferret will drag something away from you. Blix is dragging the brazier out of the house like that. Yeah.
Actually, that's
And
that,
Rivet
that's,
just kind of looks down at it like,
that's too firm
Okay.
compared to how it actually is. It's more like just it's straight up that just.
oh no, God, I hate.
All right,
Why?
because
Alright.
all right, okay. So, with that, I think this is a good point for us to leave it.
Yeah, cool.
You've done what you can with this person, and we'll pick up the rest of the journey next time. And well, anyway, hope everyone enjoyed the session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Woo!
got to have some nice RP.
Yeah, there was.
And
I was sitting here like chef kissing at like towards
Aw.
the camera, and I'd be like,
Mhm.
"Mwah, this is good. Mwah, great roleplay." That's what I love to see. I can just shut up and let you go.
Yeah, I like the times when I get to say, make a roll for me.
Yeah, no, I like role playing with Kriv. Like, yeah, he very much tries to be like sort of the big brother of the group. You know, just like watches out for them, but he doesn't want to. Like just order them around. It's like, no, you do your thing, but I'm gonna be frickin' there to grab you if you step over that cliff, you little idiot.
Say
I
my
was-
name next time. No.
I was considering, since we're probably going to level up sometime soon, I was considering using a transmuted spell to burn this building to the ground, since I could cast a fire spell instead. Since I would never get to use it again, because I'm wanting to switch it out, because it's useless. um, yeah.
It's useful in the right circumstances, but it's not often used. Would be the more correct.
Yeah, I mean, I use ice magic. I don't know why I picked it.
Oh, okay.
Because
Right
you're
circumstances is
specialized.
really sick.
Yeah,
But those
you chose it.
circumstances never come up.
yeah,
Well, it's like if you find something that's immune to ice, you're like you need to transmute your ice spells. But other
yeah,
than that,
and it's like I think it's like the number one least immune type of damage.
tell Crib
like-
that he's resistant at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, besides like Dragonborn and Ice Dragons and like Yeti, that's like all of the things that are immune to ice. But yeah. It's like the most resisted though, like
Mm-hmm.
after fire.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. I
Yeah.
really need to get to
Such
sleep.
as elemental. as well.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
everyone, thank you once again for being awesome players. We're gonna raid Asayun,
Yeah.
and yeah, be good to
Stick around
yourself,
for the actual.
be excellent to each other, and destroy your enemy. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.